Hey, folks, welcome to the first extra episode of the Ruby Rogues podcast. Just going to jump right in here. I'm going to be releasing a few extra episodes every week. They're probably going to be like 5 to 10 minutes. I'm going to keep them really short, but I want to just make them kind of power packed and talk about some of the things that are out there in the Ruby community. It's going to be a mix, right? So I've got a few things that are coming up that I want to promote, like the Ruby Dev Summit. You can see the Ruby behind me from the Summit logo. And anyway, I just wanted to jump in and talk about some of the things that are going on here. So just keep an eye out for some of these. I'm going to talk briefly about some of the things that I'm using, some of the things that I'm experimenting with, some of the ideas that I have. But this episode, I really just wanted to talk about the future of Ruby. And that's going to be the focus of the Ruby Dev Summit this year. Where I've been pulling in all kinds of people and asking them, what is the future of Ruby, right? What are we looking at as we go forward with Ruby, right? And a lot of people are talking about some of the exciting things that are coming out in Ruby, which I think is an important part of where we're headed. But at the same time, I also want to dig in and go, okay, but where could this go, right? So, some people are talking about AI, some people are talking about different platforms that we could be on, things like that. So just to give you an idea of some of the things that I'm looking at and thinking about, I've talked to Alex Rudol a couple of times about OpenAI and the Ruby OpenAI gem. And I also had Federico Iacchetti. He talked to me and he said that I really wish that Ruby could kind of get into the AI space. And, with Ruby's capabilities over APIs, that may be the way that we kind of break in, right? It may not be the math and science libraries that Python had that kind of opened the gate there. But very, very exciting stuff going on. And I'm looking to do more things to kind of open the door so that people can see and hear what's going on in the Ruby community when it relates to AI. I think we're going to be a player. I really do. I don't know, like I said, if we're going to be, competing the way that Python does with Jupyter libraries and things like that. But I think we are going to be a player as a language that kind of allows us to bridge the gap so that we can transform data, so that we can manage some of um, the visual UI pieces and things like that are going to become more and more available. A few other areas that I think I see coming in the future. One of them is the Ruby WASM. I talked to what is his name, Yuta Saito, um, and he kind of walked through some of the things that are going on with the Ruby WASM, some of the things that they're still working on to kind of make it work the way that we want, but lots of exciting stuff there. And I wonder between that and Opal, I'm also talking to Elia Skito about how that all comes together, and maybe we get Ruby or uh, close to Ruby in the browser. So it's that'd be fun, right? And there are some areas where I think, yeah, it'd be nice to write Ruby and not JavaScript or TypeScript or whatever. So anyway, so just some of the capabilities there, just very, very exciting. Um, and then talking about desktop apps, maybe with Glimmer or something like that. We have Andy coming to talk about that stuff. So yeah, all kinds of cool stuff. And then some of the frameworks and other pieces that we've got going. With Falcon, we're talking to Samuel Williams. Some of the frameworks like Rhoda, where we're talking to Jeremy Evans. And anyway, it's just super exciting. And then I don't know about most of you. I think a lot of us do Rails and all of the exciting stuff that's coming in Rails. From Rails World, they talked about Kamal, um, Solid Cache, Solid Q, Mission Control. All of the cool stuff in Hotwire, Strata. TurboLinks Native. We have Joe Mazzotti coming to talk to us. And anyway, so exciting stuff there, right? Just other pieces of this ecosystem that give us more options on what we can do and still be working in this language and in this ecosystem that we really love. And so, yeah, I'm thrilled. I mean, there's so much good stuff coming, and I'm really looking forward to what these options are. But as I'm talking to people, we're also talking about community, right? And is the community growing, and how do we bring more people in, and how do we offer more options and things like that? And I feel like when I go to the events, the energy's high. We have new people coming in, and it's very, very exciting. Some people have referenced like the, what is it, Tiobe Index, or there was another one that lists the popularity of languages and stuff like that. And we rank solidly like 16th to 18th. But the thing is that I still talk to people who are starting projects in Ruby, starting them in Rails, starting them in maybe some of the other deals out there. Ruby Wasm also allows us to run Ruby in like AWS Lambdas and other function systems. Anyway, it just feels like the sky's the limit, and there are all these places where we can go. We have Amir Rajan coming to talk to us about Dragon Ruby. So you get mobile and video games and some of the cool stuff there. I mean, I don't know. There are so many options and so many awesome things that we could go toward from our place in Ruby. And who knows? Maybe we'll innovate one way or the other and become a major player in some of these areas. One area that it seems like is growing for Python is the machine learning and AI. And what's interesting is that their science and math libraries were the things that opened the gate for that. But they dropped off for a while, and then they started to come back when people found kind of that sweet spot for that language. And I could see Ruby doing the same thing there too in some of these other areas. So anyway, super excited about it. You can go and sign up for the Ruby Dev Summit at rubydevsummit.com. The way that it's going to work is you go and you enter your email address, and then you'll get the details on how to watch or listen to the summit. It's going to be coming out February 13th through the 16th, and we're going to release 4 or 5 interviews every day, and then I'm going to give my input as well on what I think is going to be coming in Ruby in different areas each day, and kind of kick off and introduce the conference. So anyway, yeah, super duper excited about that. Go check it out, and we'll talk to you later.